Welcome everybody to a new video. Today we find ourselves in XCARET México. Beautiful park. Gonna go around, do different things, different activities. We bought the tickets online. It was a great idea. We didn't have to, make a line, anything like that. It was very fast. What else? We actually had a discount for being Mexican. I believe it's a 10% discount if you're Mexican. So, it's nice.
So let's talk prices real quick. XCARET currently has 3 packages you can choose from. Number 1 being XCARET Night Park, with a price of, let's say, 95 USD. This only includes the night show, which I have to say is amazing, and you are only able to enter the park after 4 p.m. because in theory you are only entering to watch the show. Number 2 is just called XCARET, has a price of almost 117 USD. This includes the entrance to the park starting from 8:30 a.m. from Monday to Sunday and finishing at 10:30 p.m. right after the show. You have access to every attraction and activity except snorkeling. Finally, number 3 is called XCARET Plus, with a price almost reaching the 160 USD. This includes everything in the previous package and access to lockers, 1 meal a day, and the snorkeling activity. Now, personally, we went for option number 2. Reason number 1 being is that you can find restaurants in the park that are way cheaper than paying for the upgrade for package number 3. And reason number 2 is that the lockers aren't really necessary. If you carry a sling bag or a small backpack around like we did, and I was carrying a camera around, so trust me, don't waste your money if it's not necessary. That being said, once you have the package you want, I recommend buying it online. You're going to be able to skip the long line once you get there and go directly to a shorter one where you will be given your bracelet of entrance. All you have to do is show your tickets, an ID, and a credit or debit card which was used to do the purchase. Downloading the app is useful to show the tickets you bought and to see the map of the park, but side note, even with the map, we got lost a couple of times. Once you go through the entrance, you are literally a couple of steps from within the park. All you have to do now is go through the main souvenir store, which is the only way in and out, so you're tempted to buy something at one point or another.
¿Cómo te la estás pasando?
Bien, con mucho calor. Calor, pero vamos al primer río.
Something to keep in mind is that you cannot do everything in one day, so we recommend doing the rivers, which are the ones that take the most time, the longest one being around an hour, give or take.
Okay, ¿para dónde vamos a ir ahorita, amor?
Ay, a un río.
Vamos a ir al primer río.
Al primer río.
¿Cuántos son aquí?
3.
Son 3, vamos a ir al primero ahorita. It started to rain, ha empezado a llover aquí en el parque, pero ya vamos para allá.
Kinda creepy the entrance to the first river, but it was well worth it.
Alright, so this is our first river. Let's go, let's have fun.
¡Qué felicidad! ¿Qué tal está el agua? Fría y salada.
Fría y salada.
Pero riquísima para este calor que hace.
Important to mention is that there are different checkpoints like this one across the rivers that tell you how much distance you have left or where you can leave in case you get exhausted or just want to finish early and go to other activities.
¿Cómo te la estás pasando?
Súper bien. El río mide 1.404 metros. Y apenas vamos en el
casi, estoy en falta 1 kilómetro prácticamente. Ya me lo acabamos, amor. Ya casi, ya casi.
Nos falta más.
We're almost done. Vámonos.
All 3 rivers end in the same place, and if you buy the photo package like we did, you have access to unlimited photos taken by different cameras around the whole park. Like near these XCARET letters, for example. All you have to do is scan your bracelet, and 24 hours later, you are able to download them online or in the app. Keep in mind that the photo package is sold separately with a price of almost 30 USD per person.
All right, so we just finished. The first river we did was around an hour and a half long, 1,500 kilometers. So yeah, it was tiring, but we're gonna keep exploring around, see what else we can film and do.
Now, not everything are activities. There are so many attractions you can attend to, like the Jaguars and Pumas section, aviary, butterfly garden, aquarium, mini shows, and much more. Our first visit to an attraction was the Jaguars and Pumas section, but sadly they were sleeping, so we didn't see much movement. The second attraction we were eager to see was the representation of a Mexican cemetery. It synthesizes elements of the Mayan people and the mixture of cultures that exist in Mexico from pre-Hispanic times to the present day. When you look at it carefully, you will see that it has the shape of a snail and remembrances of our ancestors who used it to communicate with the gods through their breath. This cemetery has 7 levels and 52 steps that symbolizes the days of the week and the weeks of the year, respectively. The 365 tombstones represent the days of the year.
Alright, so you have directions everywhere pretty much. It's easy to get lost, but if you follow them, you'll be able to get to your destination. You also have different workshops around the park. This is the wool workshop. And have the schedules right here, so you can go ahead and take a look right there. All right, so we're going to take a look at the chapel. There goes Ana. Hola, amor.
Vamos a la capilla a ver qué tal está.
Dicen que está muy bonita, sí.
Preciosa.
Eso dicen. Tú ya has estado aquí.
Ya, una vez y tomé una foto. Hermosa.
Vale, vale, pues ahí lo tienen. These are the owners of XCARET, Mexicans, and this is the entrance to their house, home. It's within inside the park.
Sadly, on our way to the chapel, we got lost and ended up in the aviary. I mean, we weren't mad by any means, but yeah, that happened.
Vamos a ver el aviario. All right, welcome. Bienvenido. ¿Dónde vamos?
Al aviario.
Al aviario. Alright, so this is the aviary, and obviously a lot of birds. It's a beautiful place, very, very nice. So we entered here. We did this section already. We're gonna take this door, go all the way around, and well, it's self-explanatory. Dale, dale. Sí, claro que sí. Ok, vamos a ver qué tipo de aves, Ana. Extiende los bracitos. Eres un sopilote.
Soy un sopilote.
¿Qué tal va el aviario, amor?
Muy bien. Con mucho calor y mucho que caminar.
Todo
pero
hace calor. Ya nos hace falta otro río.
perfecto.
nuestro segundo río. Río número 2, línea blanca hasta topar con línea negra.
Con un calor infernal porque llovió en la mañana.
Looking for the second river, we got lost once again. I know we're terrible at this and ended up in a wooden catamaran on a stroll through a different river. Alright, now we're in the second river.
Segundo río, Río Maya. ¿Cómo la vas pasando, Mom?
Súper bien. Un descanso para los pies después de tanta caminata.
Exacto, we're on our second river, my river right now. Look at this, look at this.
Nos faltan 127 metros y el río no es tan profundo como
No es tan profundo y la verdad es que yo creo que este último trayecto es el más bonito, rodeado de la naturaleza.
sí.
Es súper bonito. I think the best part about the Maya River is the last one. Surrounded by nature, by the trees and branches. It's really nice.
After grabbing a bite, we decided to take a look at the aquarium, some B-roll coming up next, and then from there, we made our way to the main show.
We have been doing so many things today. It's unbelievable. You cannot see or do everything in XCARET in one single day. You need maybe 2-3 days to be able to finish it. It's a very big park, to say the least. Right now what we're doing is I believe we're going to move to where the main show is going to be. It lasts maybe 3, maybe 4 hours, it's 3-4 hours long, something like that. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. And yeah, that's how we're gonna finish our day, with the main show. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's just as amazing as the park itself and all the activities they have. That's the next show we're gonna go to.
On our way there, we were able to see people characterized as different animals and warriors, which made everything fall a bit more into place. Not only the main show was going to have them, but our experience as we reached the theater was filled with intrigue and excitement. Once the show started, it was absolutely amazing. I do not have enough words to describe the sensation you get from being there. I mean, just as a Mexican taking in so much history as you're in there is crazy. I have to admit, I ended up shedding a tear at one point or another during the show. One thing I do want to point out is that at one point during the show, there is a scene that portrays and talks about the Spanish conquest of the Mayan territories during the prolonged war that occurred during the Spanish colonization of Mesoamerica. I assume XCARET says the next line to not have a debate or feel like they are judging anybody, but the line goes something like this. The war was not a loss or a victory, it was the birth of a mixed race and what we know today as Mexico. And they're not wrong, it was the birth of a mixed race and it is what we know today as Mexico. But it was also a loss for our ancestors. They were slaughtered and their lands were stolen. So XCARET, if you ever see this video, don't sugarcoat history. History is what makes us who we are today. If you are interested in seeing more of the night show, I will be uploading an extended version of it. Anyway, all I have to say is if you visit the state of Quintana Roo in Mexico and you come to XCARET, it is something you are never going to regret. Leave a like and a comment if you reached the end of the video. We will see you guys on the next one.